Hi everyone, it's Laura again. Um, Kind of a recap for my first semester for this field placement. I think in the last 16 weeks, I think I've really grown, and I think it's mainly because um, I think the reality of almost being done with this master's program has really kind of hit home, and um, I really want to make sure that I've learned everything I could as far as classwork and my internship, actually working with people. So my field placement has been really kind of great. My supervisor has a lot of knowledge. She's been in the field for, I think, about 30 years. So she's been really good to work with. The agency's been really welcoming again. I had done my first placement here just because accessibility to internships for MSWs in my area is almost non-existent. So I had permission to do it at the same place the second time. Otherwise, I would have had to travel at least an hour and a half, if not 3 hours away to do my internship. So after I graduated, I did kind of a little bit of research on the state website for social work licensees, and I'll be the second MSW in my whole county. So that's kind of interesting. It kind of really lets you know how rural we are and the lack of mental health services overall. I know when my oldest needed some counseling a few years ago, we had to travel an hour and a half each way once a week for her to go to therapy. So there's lots of barriers in my area to mental health services. Anyways, my field instructor has been really great, especially when we have clients that don't show for appointments, which at this agency and for the population we work with is almost 50%. So that's kind of disappointing, but you just kind of have to realize that's the population and kind of the norm for our area. So it's nothing that I'm doing wrong or my supervisor's doing wrong. It's just kind of how it is. So when I do have some downtime from actual client contact, I've been really using the time to study up on different theories and different therapy techniques. So that's been really good. I want to make sure I have a good foundation in that before graduation so that when I do hopefully move into a job somewhere, I'll kind of hit the ground running. And I think actually taking my LCSW exam here coming up the 6th of September, I think that's really kind of solidified things for me too, kind of going back and reviewing everything we've learned over the last couple of years. It's a lot of information and a lot of stuff I kind of had to really go back and review again, but it's been a really good process. And I'm happy that I do have a little bit of free time at my internship to ask questions. There's a few other MSWs, so they've all been giving me advice about the test and how to study and what worked for them, what didn't work, and don't worry if you don't pass the first time. There's a couple therapists there that are really wonderful therapists that did not pass the first time taking it. So they're like, don't worry, even if you don't pass, even though they think I will. So it's been really great being there. And I think I'm going to do one of the PESI trainings coming up in September. My field instructor is taking a week or I think 6 or 7 days of vacation time. She's got some vacation time she needs to use before the end of the year or else she's going to lose it. So while she's off on her vacation, I'm going to do a PESI training. It's actually a 3-day long workshop for CBT training. So I'm really interested in doing that. Kind of excited to get a really good foundation in that before graduation. Then I also did learn today, and I kind of suspected this, but one of our actually LICSWs, but at this agency she only works as an LCSW. She is actually putting her in her leave. She's going to resign from her position later this week, and I think she's only giving a couple weeks notice, maybe a month, and she's actually going out into private practice. And she had offered to supervise me if I wanted to do my independent also, which I probably will. I'll take her up on that offer. but that might leave a position open at the agency I'm at. So I think I might go ahead and apply for that. I'll talk to our supervisor and see if I would be qualified to apply even though I hadn't graduated. And hopefully by then I'll have passed my LCSW, so that would give them a little bit more confidence in me too. So so far, the first semester went really well, and I'm really looking forward to the second semester. Thanks.